Just back and forth, wonder who gon' hold you. Everybody needs somebody to hold them down. Everybody needs somebody to hold them down.
Absolutely. And speaking of talents, you're a man of many talents. Not everyone might know that you're also a DJ. You produce your own music, right? And then you also have your own clothing line, correct?
Yeah.
A streetwear clothing line.
It's called 2 Hour Set, and yep, you know, 2 Hour Set is really linked to my work as a DJ. I've been DJing.
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a sight to see. Dressed in their best as they arrive in their building earlier. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The commute in full swing as we get set for basketball here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Chris Webber is here. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Tuesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, for a team that has the unbridled ambition of the Golden State Warriors, moving to San Francisco is fitting. A city whose fortunes have risen astronomically in this era of new technology. Now in Oakland, the Warriors were comfortable and successful in an arena that they had played in since the late 60s. But for a franchise that aspires to be light years ahead of the competition, moving to a billion-dollar stadium seemed obvious. Kevin?
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Kent Bazemore is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Williamson in at the 5. And for the Warriors, Donovan Mitchell is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Millsap in a power forward position. So Golden State will get the first possession. Now Mitchell. Playing Oklahoma City, he was nearly unstoppable. Ingram against Barton. And it's Ingram missing. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Jazz. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, Greg, that's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen, not at this level.
Ingram finds Mitchell, buries it from three-point range. Mitchell's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Warriors. Richardson against Bazemore. That shot off. Good work defensively by Richardson. Bill, hypothetically, 2-on-2, Steph Curry and Del Curry against Clay and Michael Thompson. Which family tandem wins?
Are they playing right now, or are we
No,
using...
they're going back in their primes.
So it's prime against prime.
Prime against prime.
I think
This is right in your wheelhouse.
I think
now.
Clay and Michael would win because Michael Thompson
Do you
was
really?
He was really good back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't think Del Curry or Steph Curry could have handled him on the low post. I think if they were playing now, I think Curry's would be like 20-point favorites. They just shoot threes.
I think Del can still shoot.
I think Del should be in a team.
Yeah.
They can't. The Rockets couldn't have put him in the corner
Right.
like Ryan Anderson. I think he can still play.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Martin passes to Williamson, and it's good, 2 points.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That free throw good from Williamson.
But looking at Williamson's size, I mean, skilled and athleticism, trying to think of a more unique player to enter the league.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Ingram attacking. Outside for Millsap. And the three ball is good.
How about the inventiveness from Ingram? Not to only see his open teammate, but deliver the pass as well.
Williamson, the pass to Barton. Inside, Aminu, and the layup falls. Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25
and-
this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. And he's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Utah shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
At the line for two.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Barton. Now here's Richardson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. To the middle, here's Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Staying with your game plan is so important, especially when you are away from your home arena.
Payton against Mitchell. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Williamson. And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
so
see your
sneakers,
clothes. Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves.
deals? Where's our endorsement deal?
Well, if they
money?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
Mitchell right side. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Pass to Williamson. Payton kicks it to Bazemore. Williamson, the pass to Aminu. 5 on the clock. Bazemore for 3. No good on that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Mitchell looking it over. Dedman in the high post. It's Richardson on the wing. Shoots. Bazemore grabs the miss.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And it's Williamson missing. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Richardson. It's tipped.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
Payton against Mitchell. Pass to Richardson. And there's the pass to Millsap. Shoots over Bazemore. Off the left rim and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that one's good, Williamson. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the Ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like the next thing to do is just can you help other people get to where they should get?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So
No.
what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Warriors. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Josh Richardson. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Barnes against Ingram. Millsap with the steal. Here's Schroeder. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Jazz have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Passes to Barnes. And the 3 off target. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Mitchell against Fournier. Good work there as it goes. Mitchell's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Barnes outside. Shoots over Ingram. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Nice work to get good position inside. He just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Nice shot by Pirtle. And the Warriors lead by 4. You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it, and then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part about that.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Warriors. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Mitchell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end, a different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
To the paint to end the run. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, this is your challenge defensively. How do you stop Williamson without fouling?
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Pirtle finds Scott, and Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Marvin Williams. First personal foul, team's 4.
Utah's on defense. 6-point game. Here's Magruder. Pass to Bullock. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Wright. He can't hit that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space. And all that stuff. Like,
well, what would you call
load management? We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know. I just like work. Yeah, just you could figure. Just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one.
Gathering the
Never
ball.
said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. And it's Schroeder missing. Jazz trail by 4. To the inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, the grit Williams played with is admirable. You love how he finishes despite getting roughed up a little bit.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Williams.
At this point in his career, Williams knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. You love that about him. He focuses on playing within the system.
Right against Schroeder. Pirtle trying to get open. And that one's good. Schroeder. And the Warriors lead by 3.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Wright dishes to Fournier. Takes the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Fournier's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Schroeder against Williams. Outside, Scott. Pass to Magruder. From deep three-point range. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guarding Pirtle is never easy. He's got so many moves and ways to get defenders to be overly physical with him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
Josh Jackson's checked in for the Jazz. And he makes both free throws. And it's Wright with the ball for Utah. Trailing by 2. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Fournier. The kick out to Wright. He tries for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Down low. And it's Scott with the jam.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And here's Fournier. His last outing, he had 8 points. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after 1.
Reggie Bullock is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Magruder in at the shooting guard. That's the Warriors 5. The drive by Barnes.
Strong display of athleticism from Barnes. I love guys that aren't afraid to drive the lane and take some contact.
Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16 seed no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about the travel though. And they've looked at it and they've really studied it and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1 and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff. And it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West. Which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah, made no sense.
So they've never really 100% figured out the conferences. And I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Yeah.
Throughout his career, Barnes has been a consistent three-point shooter. I mean, that's a nice-looking triple right there.
And they call an illegal screen here.
A moment here to check out the numbers for Wright. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
Yeah, you're right, but he's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
The pass to Barnes. Stolen by Bullock. To the left side wing. Magruder kicks it over to Schroeder. Pass to Scott. Here's Magruder, covered by Barnes. Just 4 to shoot. From the high post. Here's Pirtle. Plays it up and banks it in. Pirtle's got his second bucket tonight.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
A drive by Barnes. Misses from close range.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, you try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke. I mean,
I emulate all stretch fours and don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You are. You're a great screen
set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll guy. The feed now to Williams. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Fournier. And stolen by Scott. Right against Schroeder. Fournier pulls it down.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Right. The kick out to Barnes. Jackson passes to Barnes. Shoots over Schroeder. They get the rebound, and that one's good. Right.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Barnes. Martin comes in for Jackson. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for DeLon Wright. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. In third, the Warriors.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Payton drives in. Williams trying to break free. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. It's Ingram on the wing. He's covered by Bazemore. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so Payton will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 2. Floats it up for Williams and finished off by Williams.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Pass to Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Ingram outside. Nailed from three-point land. Ingram's got 5 now.
If Ingram is knocking down this shot consistently, good luck. You see the comparisons to Kevin Durant on that shot.
Minu finds Barton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Utah, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
The first one falls. Williamson is checked in for Williams. He's perfect from the line this time. Golden State's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Millsap, a rebound by the Jazz. Aminu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Bazemore, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Warriors trailing. Now the pass to Dedmon. Mitchell against Payton. Shoots. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Passes it to Williamson. He kicks it to Bazemore. The 19-foot shot. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Outside Millsap. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Bazemore against Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Jazz have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And so Bazemore nails both of them. Golden State's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Mitchell against Payton. Mitchell kicks to Ingram. Barton with the rebound.
That works just like they drew it up. until the part where he short arms the layup.
Took him no time at all on that one. Peyton's got his first 3 points of the game. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
And a chance to check out the stats for Richardson. Good season for him last year. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
To the inside, clock at 6. It's taken away by Peyton. In transition, here come the Jazz. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Paul Millsap picks one up.
270, 275, 280, who cares? He's incredibly explosive. Williamson will wear you out in there.
For Utah, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First one falls for him.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so he hits both. Mitchell with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Ingram. And Al Farouk Aminu gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's number 2 on him already. A 3rd foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some time.
Pass to Dedmon. Richardson gets a wide open look, and nothing is falling for him right now. Jazz leading by 3. Williamson, the pass to Peyton. And he uses the glass on the layup. Peyton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
The pass to Mitchell. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Peyton dishes to Williamson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Warriors trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Jazz.
The Warriors have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
With 1.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Now Bazemore. He's got 7. Passes it to Williamson. Peyton finds Bazemore. Shot clock at 6. Back to Payton. Goes back up. No good on the shot. Good D by Mitchell. Golden State's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Millsap at the elbow. Shoots over Barton. Millsap misses.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Here's Payton. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Williamson. Here's Barton. 1:36 left now here in the second. Pass to Aminu. Good work defensively by Millsap.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And always as enlightening as you're going to find. Bill, thank you so much for your insights. Always appreciate you joining us. I hope you come back.
I don't want to leave. Why do I have to go? Can I just stay here for the
I'm
rest
reading
of the
this
game?
note, and the note says,
No, I
thank
don't
Bill.
want to go. I'm not leaving.
Hope he comes
No,
back.
I'm staying.
Okay. And GA, what a pleasure to talk with Bill about this game. He brings that super fan perspective.
From a young child watching games at the Garden, and you sense he's never lost that wonder and enthusiasm.
Crabs checked in for Golden State. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Aminu. Jackson comes in for Barton. Fournier's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Wright in for Elfrid Payton. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Millsap. Mike Scott comes in for Brandon Ingram. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Richardson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Fournier goes in. The Jazz with another miss. The Warriors trailing. Here's Moore. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Stolen by Jackson. In transition, here come the Jazz. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
And Moore kicks it over to Schroeder. From deep three-point range. Oh, he hit it!
Oh, he
hit it!
What a great shot! Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the...
And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Yeah. I mean, for the ones that aren't sucking there and are tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action, and there's times too you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up on some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes the guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's gonna make this free throw. Don't push me too hard on this. I gotta get rest for a couple seconds.
They say that, huh?
Oh yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, listen, man, you know Legs is going to make this free throw, man. Don't push me all the way over the basket. You'd have a good
What was the
laugh
response?
He pushed me into the basket.
Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Peyton. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Williamson in at the 5 spot. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. He's off on the first.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
There's the dish to Bazemore with the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Bazemore's got 9 points.
Yeah, this is where Zion is improving, taking advantage of the defensive attention he receives.
The pass to Dedmon. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And it's Ingram missing. And so Bazemore will bring it up for Utah. Williamson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
One shot.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Clock at 4. Mitchell is double. Golden State needs to get off a shot, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And sometimes it just seems like Millsap can't miss. The size, the mobility, the quick thinking, this is how he can take over games.
And it's sent back by Millsap.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found their mark. It's been a good start for them.
And yes, it's good. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Williamson, the pass to Barton. Fades. The Jazz again can't hit it.
There's a lesson for you. Don't showboat. Tries to get fancy with the fadeaway, and it backfires.
And it's Ingram missing. Jazz trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And they're at a loss defensively as how to stop Zion. I mean, just too much athleticism, too much skill.
Mitchell kicks to Ingram. Passes it to Dedmon. Back to Ingram. Utah with the rebound. Aminu's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, last year, Kevin, the Warriors didn't dominate the regular season with their roster of stars. They still finished atop of the Western Conference, but were just third best overall.
And the Warriors last year, Chris, they seemingly cruised through the regular season.
Yeah, Kevin, but for a team that goes to the finals 5 straight times, I think that's natural. The Warriors showed, though, that they know when to kick it into gear, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough against the Raptors.
And he's good on the second.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
Mitchell against Payton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Warriors have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And good on the second, so he makes them both. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you gotta love.
Right.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. And Utah also making a switch. Williams, he's checked in for Williamson. Barton, no good on the free throw. Golden State's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Bullock passes to Mitchell. No good on the 3.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Williams finds Payton. Back to Williams. Pass to Bazemore for the lead. The Warriors pull it in. Ingram dishes to Mitchell. Golden State moving the ball around, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the Jazz call time here. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system they're in now, it just isn't getting it done.
I had a chance to check out some stats for Mitchell. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 23 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
Pass to Barton. The 3. No good. Shot missing. The Warriors go the other way with it. On the wing, Mitchell. No good from outside. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Utah. Kicks it to Payton. Back to Williams. Dishes to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Mitchell is doubled. Now here's Richardson. Back to Mitchell. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Here's Barton. He's got 8. Here's Aminu. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He kicks to Richardson. Millsap passes to Mitchell. Up top, Bullock. Barton defending. They get it again. Millsap Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
It's all clicking for him right now. I mean, they got to body him up better than that.
It's Barton on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Mitchell. That's 7 points for Brandon Ingram.
That's just great work inside. Ingram showing the tool set.
And the Jazz call time here. And the Warriors with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Millsap. Scott comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Aminu. Jackson comes in for Will Barton. Evan Fournier's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Wright in for Elfrid Payton. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Marvin Williams.
Warriors leading by 6. And here's Schroeder. 7 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Scott. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now, there's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And Chris, how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few, and if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Right with it. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Look at the explosiveness from Barnes. He took it right to the teeth of the defense.
The Warriors leading. And the pass to Poeltl. Passes it to Richardson. Poeltl trying to get open. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Jackson. Pass to Fournier. Nice ball movement by Utah. Barnes kicks to Jackson. Pass to Fournier. Over Richardson. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Fournier. Golden State's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Schroeder passes to Richardson. Back to Schroeder. For 3. And Josh Richardson gets the 3. Richardson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. Jackson kicks to Fournier. Warriors with the rebound.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
There's the pass to Schroeder. Scott with the ball. Shoots over Fournier. Almost, but it rolls out. Barnes outside.
Warriors foul call. That's his 2nd personal.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And that one misses. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Rodney Magruder comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for Josh Richardson.
Now, the professionalism that Barnes brings to the floor is invaluable. I mean, he's someone that comes in and wants to contribute in any way he can.
Here's Schroeder. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Jazz trail by 10. Right, the pass to Williamson. And the call is going to be...
Screen.
Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
Harrison Barnes. That's his first personal foul, third team foul.
.132 left to play here in the third. 6 to shoot. Moore dishes to Pirtle. Fournier pulls it down. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 10-point game. Here's Williamson. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Pirtle kicks to Magruder. Moore outside. Back to Magruder. Now Scott. He's got 6. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Scott's got 8.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Barnes outside. Warriors with the rebound. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Right against Schroeder. Off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors lead by 10. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Warriors leading by 10. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors, we've got Dwayne Dedman. E'Twaun Moore is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Scott, and it's Magruder in at the 3.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Barnes. The shot will not fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Magruder. He dishes it to Moore. Just 5 on the clock. Schroeder outside. Tipped away. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Warriors making a change here. Grabs checked in. Here's Wright. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Back to Barnes. Passes to Williamson. Jazz passing it around. And stolen by Scott. Schroeder passes to Dedman. Kicks to Schroeder. Now here's Cram. Pass to Dedman. lays it up off the glass. Dedmon's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And with Jackson, Greg, they just need to see more from him.
The upside, it's still there for Jackson, but nothing is guaranteed in the NBA. He needs to keep working on his game to live up to the lofty draft expectations.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Paul Millsap is checked in for Scott. Brandon Ingram comes in for E'Twaun Moore. And it's Mitchell in for Dennis Schroeder. Pass to Mitchell. And another basket for Golden State.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Paul Millsap picks one up.
I like the fact that Jackson just takes on the defense there. Plays with real fire and really forcing the defender to foul.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Jazz. That one is no good.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
They double him with Williamson. Let's go. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist from Ingram. 11 points for Josh Richardson.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Jackson. The Warriors have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. The pass to Mitchell. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Bounce pass Bazemore. Williamson kicks it to Bazemore. Over in the corner, Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Mitchell against Payton. Here's Dedmon. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Williamson. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. In the corner, it's Richardson. Shoots over Bazemore. Richardson, no luck. Jazz trail by 16. Barnes dishes to Payton. Pass to Williamson. Back to Payton. Pass to Barnes. Puts it up from 15. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Payton against Mitchell. And Alfred Payton with the foul. That's his first foul.
Go the other way.
Al Farouk Aminu. He's checked in for the Jazz. Barton comes in for Barnes. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Utah calls timeout. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
They love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll love
God.
it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Now here's Williamson, covered by Mitchell. Payton outside. A floater, and he sinks the layup.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Richardson against Bazemore. Richardson the pass to Mitchell. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And Bazemore kicks to Aminu. And here is Payton. Bazemore with it, and there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now here's Williamson. Dedmon defending. Shot clock at 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
He's a force no matter where he is on the floor. Defenses have to account for Zion at all times.
Warriors leading by 17. Richardson the pass to Mitchell. Teardrop shot. Bazemore grabs the miss.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And that one's good, Barton.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Richardson kicks to Mitchell. Back to Richardson. The dish to Dedmon. Richardson attacking. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's good from Richardson. And the Jazz with possession here. Williamson, the pass to Barton. Payton outside. With the floater. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Mitchell. No good on the quick 3. Jazz trail by 18. Barton passes to Aminu, and the layup's good off the glass.
I'd like to see Aminu do more of this, Kevin. I mean, he has the touch to be effective inside.
Al Richardson dishes it to Mitchell. And stolen by Payton. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop, and he gets it to go.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Richardson the pass to Dedmon. Bobbed up there for Mitchell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Payton finds Bazemore. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Dedmon in the high post. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, man, he's just showing off terrific acceleration. I love Williamson's ability to make plays off the bounce.
Here's Richardson. Mitchell outside. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the 3-pointer. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Payton against Mitchell. Bazemore dishes to Aminu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
An athletic, physical player. I like how Aminu forces the issue and earns these calls.
Pirtle, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. 2 free throws for Aminu.
Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Pass to Pirtle. And here's Richardson. He's covered by Aminu. Richardson, no luck. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Williamson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And the first one drops. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And it's Mitchell missing. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Barton, wide open, he fires. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, if you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time down.
And Dedmon throws it down.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Bazemore. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Jazz trail by 16. And the pass to Aminu. Payton kicks to Barton. Dedmon with the block.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
To the paint. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Mitchell's got 39.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
It's Barton on the wing, covered by Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Barton, no luck. And here is Crabbe. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
I ain't going back to that's a thought. 5 years later, all that is just a flashback. Digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback. Digital dash. Go on a run if it's. If they tryna clash, now we a good boy. Used to be flashback. Digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now we a good boy. Used to be bad. Flashback. Digital dash. Flashback. Digital dash. Flashback. Digital dash. Flashback. Digital dash. Where the feelings inside, I'm feeling defeat and feeling in the streets. Where the feelings inside, I'm feeling defeat and feeling in the streets.